WorldWideChels.
I would WorldWideChels. WorldWideChels.
Subscribe to WorldWideChels.
Thank you for your support.
Yes, people, welcome to another Chelsea live stream. Apologies for being late. It's always my fault. But I'm getting busy at work nowadays, unfortunately. But listen, enough of me talking about myself. Chelsea news, live video, of course, discussion, all the latest topics around the club in the last 48 hours. I'm joined here with an amazing panelist, of course, Mr. Alfred. How are you, first of all? Oh, he's muted. So we've got a Sindri.
Yeah, always a pleasure to be here. Gonna be a fun time. Can't wait for the weekend.
Wait, who you rooting? Argentina or France?
Like, to me, I'm just gonna enjoy watching the football. Like,
so you're neutral. You don't mind.
Yeah, I'm gonna say neutral. I'm hoping for a good final, and the same for the Morocco-Croatia bronze final. I'm saying neutral there as well. Like, I hope to be fair, both teams like have been amazing this World Cup, so both teams deserve to have gone that far.
Yeah, no, definitely. Fair play. Alfred, part 2, take 2, action.
Yeah, sorry about that. That's actually the first time that ever happened.
Yeah, it is.
I usually criticize people to myself when I'm on streams and I see that. I usually say to myself, how hard is it to fucking unmute yourself when you have to talk? Now that you go. I've done it. But I'm good, thank you. Yeah, I'm looking forward to the World Cup final as well, and yeah, it's going to be such an interesting one because France could be, I think, the first team to win it back to back since 1966.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or at least in 60 years.
Yeah, and Lionel Messi could also finally do it. Finally get that missing piece to his career.
I think that's the only trophy is now missing to have completed football, like on his personal level.
Yeah. And we were close to signing him in 2014. But look, that's history, of course. Lionel Messi isn't better than Mason Mount, by the way. Let's have it right, people. I saw a little poll, and I was like, yeah, I'll take Mason Mount right now. So I was just kidding. But everyone tuned in. Like the video as always, subscribe, all that good stuff. Big up Mel in the comments. Sayo, of course. Sindra in the comments as well, supporting, even on the stream. That's what I like to see as well. Alfred as well, big up to you, man. But look, let's get straight into this topic. Now, obviously, unless Sindra knows a lot, maybe Alfred doesn't know a lot about this player. We're not talking about Wesley Fofana. We're talking about David Datro, hopefully I pronounced it right, who was linked to Brighton, as you can see in the bottom left of our screen. Fabrizio Romano saying Brighton have opened talks with a talented striker. And now Chelsea, very close to here we go very soon on this player. 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks later. Do you know anything, Alfred? I mean, it's a bit of a surprise. I think this is obviously happening because, or maybe it's been accelerated because of Burrow's injury. That's how I see it. But did you know anything personally yourself?
I don't, unfortunately, but it's nice to see that we're, signing these young players. Like Mel actually just said in the comments that we're not. It looks like we're not really trying to spend a shitload of money on attackers anymore. We're trying to start giving young players a go, which is nice to see. And we needed to do this because of Broja's injury, so it's nice to see us not leaving ourselves short like we've done in. I'm pretty sure in previous seasons, when we had injuries, we actually didn't do anything about them sometimes. So
no, definitely.
It's nice to see that we got this injury now and we capitalized on it straight away and saw an opportunity and took it. So let's hope the young man is good.
Yeah.
And Ivorian too, isn't he?
Yep.
Yeah, that's right. Obviously, Sindri is going to give us a Minerals FC lecture here now. Before he does, the player, according to Mil, I need to double check this, 29 GNA in all competitions right now, which is obviously very, very good stats to hear. It is, for once, a signing that I could look at and be like, you know what, for the market, it's actually decent. I don't think it's overpriced. I don't think it's inflated. I don't think it's a bad deal. I think it kind of ticks all the boxes, and it kind of shows me it's a Graham Potter signing. Obviously, if you wanted him maybe at Brighton, it kind of rings the bells that, you know what, we're getting someone that the manager probably wants in the squad. So positive vibes, in my opinion, looking at this situation, this deal. But Sindri, I'm gonna let you have your moment, and let's hear this, man. Talk to me about him.
Yeah, like he's of course a really good young attacker. He can play all across the front line, both right and left winger, and as well as a centre forward. And I think he prefers to play as a centre forward. He has, to be fair, he has a better he has more goals for Molde than Erling Haaland has before Haaland left for Salzburg. Like Mel said, 29 goals in all competitions for Molde in the Eliteserien. And also he has two goals and two goals in 4 appearances in the Conference League as well. He's a really talented young player in Norway. Like, he's pacey. He is also to be fair, he's also kind of physical. Like, I don't watch too much of the tip league or the Eliteserien because it's not the most exciting football in the world. I prefer to watch the Premier League, but from the matches I've seen of him, he's talented, and he does a lot of work for up front for Molde. And I think I also like that we're going for like someone who isn't a big name with big money, because I think we've needed this type of transfer now for at least 5 to 6 years, in my opinion, because we see how Chelsea are with big spending with strikers. Every one of them fails, apart from Costa, who was like 30 to 40 million.
32 million FC. That's what we used to be called back in the days.
And that was some money back when we signed him in 2014, but it wasn't the over 50 plus. So
the next year, we're hearing, guys.
I just click off the comment, please, and you can see my name as well. I think it could be a good sign if he stays with the first team from the get-go. I think he could be he could be an impact sub like Broja was in the beginning, and then maybe start some games for us as well with rotation. He's not as tall as Broja, but I think he is quicker in the acceleration part of it, but he's not quicker in the long.
Broja's quite fast, you know.
Yeah, but Broja is kind of like Haaland, where he takes a little bit of time to get into stride. He is faster when he runs like a long distance compared to, like, say, a Sterling or like Pulisic, who have really fast acceleration on the ball and stuff, and then they are not as fast when they run with the ball. But yeah, I think it could be a good signing for Chelsea. Like I say, we need this we've needed this signing for years, and it's gonna be an interesting one.
Yeah, just quickly, JC, we're not saying he's like Haaland. We're just saying about his speed. But everyone tuned in. If you guys can like the video, man, the more likes, it helps out the channel so much. So please, one click, people, it does help out. Make sure you guys subscribe and hit the notification. We're gonna carry on this topic, Sindri, but let me mention very quickly. I don't know if you guys saw the men's club World Cup going to be starting. I think it's in 2025, 2026. I can't remember top of my head. So basically, 32 teams during the season. I don't know what you guys make of that. I think obviously the more games, it's nice for us, but it does say, well, that's basically going to tell me we're going to need a lot more rotation in these teams as well. Alfred, did you see the news?
Yes, and I'm a fraud because I actually wanted to post the article about it that I saw to you to talk about on the channel, and I forgot. So I'm so glad that you know about it as well. Um, yeah, look, I don't know when in the season it's they plan to do it.
I think 2026. I think it was.
Wait, are
Yeah,
going to be a
but
Club
like
World Cup?
at what point like is it going to actually replace that what the normal Club World Cup was?
Yeah. So it's not going to be all the champions around the world. I think it is, man. So it's like it's basically going to be like Qatar, but club football.
How the fuck do they plan on making that work, man?
I don't
Like
know, man.
teams are already struggling immensely with the schedule that we got already. It's too much.
Yeah,
You
there's
know,
two
they want
sides to it. There's two sides to it, Alfred. Because obviously you're talking about the first team players are going to be burnt out, but this is the whole point of maybe the pros and cons. Obviously, that's the cons. You know, the best players are going to be worn out. Can they play every single game? Can they play every single week? But when you have depth and you want players coming through and you want them to get a top experience, you can't. You can't. You got to look at both sides. You know, you kind of want to see. In a way, you want to see everyone play. You know, whether you like the player or not, that's a different story. But you want
yeah,
youngsters to play, for example, or certain players.
yeah. That's actually it's a very good point, but it just depends on how badly the clubs are going to win it. You know, like what's the for example, what's the prize money gonna be? What's the award gonna be for winning it? You know, and stuff like that. So
Mm.
it might become a situation where, for example, it could get you into the Champions League or something. You know, if you don't make top four, it could become one of the spots or something. You know, and then if we're in a situation like we are now, for example, uh, then at that time that we're going to want to win that. You know, but yeah,
Yeah.
if it's just a tournament where we don't have to risk our key players and stuff because the reward is not that great or whatever, and it's a good opportunity to bring some youngsters in or players that don't get to play as much. Then, yeah, from that point of view, it's fantastic because you don't have as many unhappy players and stuff anymore, you know, and we'll also get a rougher idea of who looks very good that could come into the Premier League and Champions League teams, you know.
Mm. And
Because
obviously, the main point is obviously FIFA just looking for more money. Let's keep it real as well. You know, obviously it's nice to see games, and maybe the quality won't be as good though. Unfortunately, and that's the point your original point is looking at. I might be lagging. If I am, apologies, or my audio might be out of sync. Um, but yeah, Sinja, what do you make of it, man? This
I
new.
I haven't really read the news about it, to be honest. So I was a
Yeah, I
little
knew he was
bit
a fraud. I knew he was a fraud.
I was a little bit surprised when I heard that they're like I understand that FIFA or they're trying to like earn more money, but players are already complaining about how tight the schedule are. Like we heard like Courtois talk about it and other players talk about it as well. Like why are they going to push for even more of a competition? Like yes, the winner of the Champions League now has to play it, but that's only the winner of the Champions League. Like who else? How and who? Which teams are going to qualify for the new Club World Cup system, and what decides it is my
Yeah. I mean
question
that
there.
information is gonna be coming out in the next couple months probably, or
Yeah,
the
yeah,
updates.
yes, but I don't. I still don't get it. Like in my opinion, then it should be in the summer. But the problem is then there would be a tournament every single summer or something like that, or have it every other summer because like you can't have World Cup, Euros, and the Club World Cup all repeating every single like almost going continuously, because then the players won't have any rest in summertime and don't have a vacation. And this is just I
This
would say
might be true, brother. This might be true. It's going to be once every 4 years. So
Yeah,
it's going to be an actual World Cup.
yeah, but then it's still gonna go in rotation with the World Cup and the Euros and the African Cup of Nations and like every other international tournament, and still there are players are already complaining about how tight the schedule are now after like the Corona situation and stuff. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be nerve-wracking in my opinion if this is actually decided that it's gonna be, because like I say, yeah, with the schedule, a lot of injuries. Like luckily, there haven't been that many injuries at this World Cup, which I was concerned about because of how much players are playing. But there have been some major ones, like Luca Hernandez for France, Nkunku, Benzema. There's a lot of players ruled out before the World Cup and during the World Cup as well.
By the way, Benzema might play the final. I don't know
Yeah,
if it's real though.
Ah, yes, that's true.
in my opinion, I wouldn't risk it because, um, like France are playing. In my opinion, they're playing well with Giroud up top. Giroud actually has he is almost a top goal scorer in the World Cup, which is um, like that's a real big difference to last World Cup where he didn't register a single goal or shot on target. He's all. It would be. I would be happy for him if he gets goals in the final and wins the Golden Boot. I would be happy for him because at 36 years of age, to carry to be one of the major part of the France team to win the World Cup back to back, or could be win the World Cup back to back, is historic for him. And
Chelsea
he's
legend. Let's make it very clear.
I'm sorry,
Chelsea legend.
Cold hero, not a legend. Cold hero, in my opinion. He's of course a major part in what Chelsea have done in recent years,
Hey, come on.
but he is also he's a different player to Benzema. He's more a poacher and target man. Benzema is a little bit different, and France would need to like change the style of play to fit Benzema in, and I wouldn't risk it because he's not. I don't think he's 100% fit either. So
No, of course not.
I would just say stick with Giroud, play the way they've been doing, and probably they will win another World Cup. So
Yeah.
Benzema
Yeah,
will
I
have
mean,
Benzema will have to sit this one out as well.
yeah,
Like
I mean,
France have reached three major tournament finals in a row. None of them with Benzema at striker
that's
or
true
in
as
the
well,
team.
actually.
The last time he was in the squad was in the World Cup 2014, and then they were knocked out in I think round of 16 or
Round 16. Yeah.
something like that.
Obviously, welcome, Unlimited Dreamer, man. It's been
Yeah,
quite a
been
while.
a
Hope you're good, man.
yeah, I've been sorting some private stuff out of my life, and
Everything good?
let's just say recently a load of crap. That's all I'm gonna say.
But you're cool though, yeah?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right. I was just basically other family members believe in something. I didn't. I was just like, nah, I'm gonna wait until certain whatever time. But basically, I've been proven right, and they were proven wrong. So
Okay, yeah, I know what you're talking about. I think I'm on the same page. But we were talking about Fofana. Obviously, not where is he, Fofana? New Fofana, of course. There's like three Fofanas now, by the way. There's one in France as well, midfield. They're everywhere right now. What do you know about him?
well, obviously, he's in the first tier of the Norway league, of the Norwegian league, and he's scored quite a bit of goals so far and made like almost double-digit assists so far in this season. And really, to be honest, like this new, I'm gonna say now, most people, some people, still like, oh, I want the Roman era, I want to stay in the Roman kind of era, like just splashing the cash, Some people need to get into their heads. This new owner is probably gonna be like, all right, we're giving manager time, we're letting them build, we're gonna try and make a philosophy for this club instead of just like sacking, hiring. Yeah, they actually gave out the reason why they got rid of Tuchel. They actually said why. So I don't mind getting more youthful talent and let them flourish, because like they say, we buy them for peace. And if they turn out to be well talented, if they don't want to stay any longer, we'll be getting profit. To be honest, and so far what I've seen through the highlights of this Fofana, I feel like he could be pretty good if we develop him really well.
Yeah, I mean, some people said next year Drogba. I mean, some people said that.
Now this is the thing. Saying the next Eto, Drogba, Lukaku, just throw that out into the furnace. Throw that into the furnace. Those other people are in the past. This is going to be a Fofana, a striker Fofana. This is going to be how he's going to make his mark in Chelsea if he does get a chance.
Let's have it right, people. Let's have it right. Everyone tuned in, man. Keep liking the video as well. Drop in your questions. Let us know what you think about the player as well. Obviously, Brighton want to sign him end of November, and obviously Chelsea Brighton 2.0 have come together, and they want to basically sign him. So
have any of you heard that we were linked with the Sander Berge from Sheffield recently?
Oh,
there was rumors about it.
You talk about Man City and Sheffield United?
No, he's a CDM from Sheffield United, Norwegian, like really tall, very physical. No, Sander Berge.
What would you do him?
Yeah, we're like there were rumors. Like, I saw some rumors on Twitter, like that we were
Norwegian rumors or actual rumors.
Actual rumors from like decent sources, in my opinion.
Alfred, can you confirm?
What, sorry?
Yeah, he won't listen to you, Sindri. He doesn't believe in your sources, Sindri. He doesn't believe in your sources.
But I would, if we are going for a CDM, I wouldn't go for him, because as a lot of other midfielders we have, he is quite injury prone. I
mean, we've got Zakaria, who was injury prone.
He's on loan.
True. We might keep on them permanent. You never know these players, man. It's a fresh start. In my eyes, I feel like it's a fresh start. I think we need to start fresh, coming back from this World Cup, get 2 or 3 wins on the trot, get some confidence in, sneak some 1-0 wins, maybe. Something. We need some positivity, man, because we've seen too much negatives this season.
And all I'm going to point out is, fingers crossed, Reece James don't get injured, please.
Yeah. I mean, if he gets injured in this, it's game over.
Yeah, this is the thing. Once he left, we were like up. Boom. That's the thing. The team relies too much on Reece James. That's why we need to get this kind of rebuild through everywhere, to be honest. Some places. Because
do you think we should look for a right wing back or a right back?
Not Dest. I watched Dest in the World Cup. That guy killed me.
The midfield needs to be more priority, because Jorginho, I don't mind him being a rotational player, being on the bench and then come on, because he's a leader. He's like a leader, but let's be honest here. If we get fresh blood in the midfield, it'll actually work. Because if you look at, I don't know if any of you guys have looked at the highlights through Fofana, it's within the transition, like the counter-attack. So far, we are not able to counter-attack that quickly. Yeah. We need fresher blood.
So who do you want? Declan Rice?
I'm not even saying anyone yet.
I'm asking, who do you want?
We have been linked with the 2 Moroccans, like Amrabat and
Bro, where you seen these rumors? I ain't seen these rumors. Where you seen this shit?
I can find it on Twitter.
I ain't seen it. I usually see this stuff and then make a video outside. I ain't seen this rumors. What is this? Alfred sources or something from Facebook? What's going on?
Hey! My Twitter followers' uncles is not bad sources, all right?
Well, jokes aside, I'm gonna say is that one Morocco player that was actually going everywhere.
The bald head guy.
Yes, him. He was actually putting up a shift. I feel like if he was at our club, I feel like we'll be not 100%, but I feel like we'll be more like 85 or 75% safe. As long as he doesn't get injured.
Did you see his tackle with Mbappe? It was amazing.
Yeah, I'm
saw
Rabat.
it.
I'm Rabat. Yeah.
I don't care if France win the World Cup. That Mbappe tackle, mwah, I love that.
Just quickly, talking about Morocco, Hakim Ziyech, different form for country, different form.
It's completely different within his country and Chelsea. Let's be honest, bit different.
Did you see?
And it's a different system and manager as well.
Yeah, but we've changed managers.
He gets.
We've got Tuchel, we've got Potter.
Yeah, but Potter and the new Moroccan manager still plays a different system, and also in the World Cup, Ziyech gets more space and time on the ball to do what he does. He doesn't do that and get that in the Premier League.
So what? Everyone wants him gone. Everyone wants him sold.
I'm not saying I want him gone, but we should give. We should at least give, like, in my opinion, Ziyech and Pulisic a chance because they performed well for the country. In attack, because I think they would bring a breath of fresh air, in my opinion, because Havertz isn't performing, Oba isn't performing, now Mount isn't performing, so they will at least hopefully from their form breathe a bit of fresh air into the attack, and we can actually score goals.
All I'm gonna just say is, all those Mount freaking lovers, wake up! You want us to be, if you want us to be more of not in the top 4, or even in the top 7 or 6, that's what Mount's gonna be like. He is more of a
No. I'm not having this Mount agenda on here, guys. No. Mason Mount is the glue. He is the glue of this football club. You don't need to understand.
Are we seeing like the 2.0 Minerals FC up here?
Listen, let's have it right. He's gonna bounce back, people. He's gonna bounce back. You can't give up on the Cobham boy, man. Guys, you can't get Alfred. Come on.
Like, in my opinion, like the guy that we've lost through injury in recent months are more important than Mason Mount.
Nah.
Like, in my opinion, Reece James is a glue. Like, he creates, he attacks, he defends. He everywhere on the pitch, everywhere on the right-hand side. He scores goals.
Do you know what Mason Mount does? Mason Mount attacks, defends, he tracks back. He's got effort. He's Henderson. He's got minerals.
Oh my god.
The difference is Mount plays further forward than Henderson. Henderson does at least play in the midfield and controls the game.
Sindri, behave yourselves. Look, let Alfred say it. Let Alfred.
Nah, that's for you, Sadiq.
We are forgetting one very important thing, right? Before criticizing Mount.
I'm not trying to criticize him. I'm just saying he needs to be put on the bench at least, just to say that, look, you're not performing where we're expecting you to. These players are doing what they're doing and what we're expecting of them. If you're not going to perform or improve...
But no one's doing that, though. No one's doing that job.
I was just about to say that. People can say what they want about Mount. Who in this team is doing anything better? Because our entire team is shit. Like,
you can't say that. James is actually... James?
James, yeah, when he's fucking fit, of course.
Oh, wow! That's a James! That is not right, my man. Wow!
Thiago Silva is doing bits for us.
No, he was a bit shaky as well. He has been a bit shaky.
These are not
as shaky as Mason Mount.
Let Alfred finish.
Yeah.
I was just saying these are different players, right? They're not in the positions that Mount is in. Right? We know Thiago Silva and Reece James are phenomenal, right? But that's just how it is at the moment. At the moment, it's just the Yeah, nobody in this team has been really performing.
Yeah. I agree with that. I agree with that. That's why I was with Steve. When they,
Like
Oh, guys,
I agree on that.
There's a massive
Can I-
problem.
I
I
can
don't
agree-
know
I
what
can
it
agree
is. It's
Alfred.
it's a lack of motivation. It's
Mm.
it's that players are not happy with the tactics. I don't know what it is, right?
What-
But at the moment, we are not, in my opinion, in a
it's unlimited
position
dreamer. That's what it is.
It-
It's fans like unlimited dreamer. It's fans like Sindri that give everyone this expectation that they have to be perfect every game.
No,
No.
Have I said? Is there someone in the room controlling my brain, telling me, "Oh, we need to be perfect here"?
Clearly, you do, yeah, because you say mount this, mount that, but I don't hear Havertz, I don't hear Aubameyang, I don't hear, you know.
Excuse me. I've used all of my rage and energy when I've been watching those games about those players and everything. I'm just saying when you mentioned Mount, if no one said Mount, I wouldn't have been saying that. Let's be honest.
But you've not come out and criticized anyone else. Not even Ziyech to the level of Mount.
Excuse me. Ziyech has done a great World Cup. Pulisic has done a good World Cup. They've been given a chance. in the Chelsea team. Mount, when he's been given chances, hasn't performed.
Yeah, he did. He ran.
That's the first game. All the other games he's been put on. France, when he came on to France, he took a.
He lost the penalty. He lost the penalty.
Apart from the penalty, what else did he do that game?
He's taking risks. He's doing the long shots. What was Henderson doing?
When the Rose said it was a way, he could have passed it forward.
Yeah, but Cindy, listen. Listen, it was an embarrassing shot, don't get me wrong. But what players have you seen at Chelsea, have you seen at England take risks outside the box? Like, when's the last time you saw a Chelsea player shoot? Let's be real. When have you seen the Chelsea player shoot from outside the box? Honestly. Name one player that shoots.
Kovacic.
Kovacic.
He has scored.
Oh my god.
And also, I've seen Jorginho actually try. He tries.
Jorginho! He's got the weakest shot power. He's got weaker shot power than me.
No. There's another Chelsea player, Kante, and he has scored.
Reece James has scored from outside the box.
James.
Tomorrow. has scored from outside the box.
And before this guy left our club last season, Rudiger.
Yeah, listen, you don't understand. I didn't say defenders or wingbacks. I said
Koulibaly
midfielders.
has tried it. Koulibaly has tried it.
Oh my days, midfielders, guys, not defenders.
I've said a
Sadiq,
bunch of midfielders.
Sadiq, Mount isn't playing in midfield. He's playing as a more of a centre forward or a right forward. He's not playing in midfield. Mount is not a midfielder anymore.
Let's have it right. Most GMA in the past few seasons, since Eden Hazard was all. Let's have it right, people.
Oh my god! Can we?
Yeah, but look,
pass?
statistically, he's got the most since Eden Hazard.
What was the argument just before that he doesn't shoot from outside the box?
Yeah.
Okay, that I can't remember exactly, but that goal against Liverpool when we won 1-0, what was it, a couple of seasons ago, and he scored.
Yeah, lockdown.
That was not from outside the box.
Was that
No, it was outside the box. It was on the line outside the box. It was.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
You
was.
mean the one where you
That was
mean the one where he spun Trent Alexander-Arnold?
Yeah, and he cut in.
That was inside the box.
Yeah, that was it.
Nah. Yo, get his glasses checked. Get his glasses checked.
I think you need to get your glasses on, Sadiq.
Yeah, that's true. Actually. That's true.
Also, let's just get back to this. Well, I was gonna say when Alfred was talking at that moment about what was it?
You mean how our team is shit?
Yeah. All I'm gonna point out is there are some players actually in this team this season has actually put up a shift in when they did play and when they've been put on the pitch.
Name me three.
Yeah. Thiago Silva, Reece James, Kepa. Before Reece James and Kepa got injured, Kepa was on the form of his life.
Bro, you put my cat to sleep. Kepa.
He saved us like 9 points.
How are you in this?
Did you not even see the freaking save he did against Danny Ings at Villa Park? That was unbelievable. That should have been a goal.
He saved us 9 points this season.
And if he wasn't injured, Mendy would have still been on the bench, personally.
Well, I thought Thiago Silva's been perfect, so how's Kepa saving us this much?
Thiago Silva has been shaky. We won't say
Yeah.
he's been perfect, but he's been putting up better performance than anyone else in our squad.
Yeah.
And he's 38.
No better than Havertz.
Oh my god, this Havertz agenda.
Lads.
Havertz needs to go back to Bayer Leverkusen, personally.
Lads, listen.
We need-
The point is, 1 or 2, whatever, 3 fucking players have done well at times. Fucking whoopee! Have you seen-
Love that reaction, Alfred.
Love that.
When's the last time you lads looked at the Premier League table? I don't give a fuck if 1 or
Well-
2 or 3 players have been good.
Mm.
Most of these players have been absolutely shocking.
Let's have it right.
This is the
Kara has
whole
also
thing.
been pretty good.
I know.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this is
Again.
where we need to get a full rebuild of this squad at most of the time.
Full
Like, we need-
rebuild.
Yeah, like
We
the
need a
players that wants to
Sorry,
leave
you
needs
go.
to leave.
You want more money? You want more money, guys? Minerals, you want more money?
Do you want me to
Fuck
bang my head on this wall
you.
right here? I could bang my head on this wall right here, right in a minute.
Please do that and do the ice bucket challenge.
Nah,
At
but
this fucking
like
weather, at this goddamn weather in this country right now, no freaking well. Free bucket.
like Potter needs a rebuild. Like the players that were a part of Tuchel's or a part of the Tuchel's team, a lot of them wants to leave as well, or are rumored to want to leave as well. Then they should leave. We need new
Yes.
players with who are hungry to play for
Especially-
Chelsea.
Especially, this is going to say, most of these players right now have been, I think maybe still one or two of them still signed from Mourinho. There's Jorginho, Lampard, Tuchel. None of them have been Graham Potter except for going to be Nkuku and also Fofana, the striker. Those are the only 2 signings we'll have for Graham Potter. We need him to make his own team. This is the thing with other managers. We need them to make their own team, their own system, their philosophy. We need to get a philosophy for this club. Because mostly what we've been doing under Roman is buying and selling and buying and selling.
And
And then
sacking.
we and sacking. We don't give managers time. Yeah, say like Conte. We didn't give him what he want. No wonder he pulled up a fit.
Dreamer, I agree to an extent because yes, we need a rebuild. Yes, we need to give patience, time to these managers, but we can't be playing this bad. Look, you can't tell me you can see Chelsea doing something.
Hey, so
Look at Liverpool.
do you know what? Yeah, I was also going to say this, Dreamer. Liverpool in their first season on the club.
Not the same.
He has
Not the
completely
same.
change the team. Yes, it's the same because they've also finished outside of Europe, and
No.
he got the
We need
money to
accept it,
change.
Sadiq.
No, it's not the same. It's not the same. Chelsea have been around, maybe not winning titles, but they've been around a lot more than Liverpool. Let's have it right. We win trophies, we've been competing, we had world-class players, and they've been coming in and out. Like the way you guys saying buy and selling, we've had these players around. It's not the same as Liverpool. Liverpool were shocking. Like shocking.
Well, Sadiq, this is the Todd Bowley era now. We need to accept what he's going to do. Things are going to be different. We're going to probably be seeing development players coming in, some young talent, and if they, like they say, if they don't work, they could get sold for a good amount of money. We buy them for cheap. This is the thing. We're going to have to accept us not being in the top 4 or top 6. We need to be patient. We might be in the mid-table for a couple of seasons, maybe I'll have to accept.
What?
Sadiq,
Mid-table?
Sadiq, this whole team needs a rebuild. You need to think. We're going to be in mid-table probably a couple of seasons.
No.
like Liverpool did.
Rebuild or not?
Look what happened to Liverpool. They rebuild. They changed. They got.
Listen. Rebuild or not, we can't be below 7th. There's no way. This football club, no matter what, cannot be below 7th. I don't care.
So like it or not, Liverpool and Arsenal, I know we're like saying that we are the biggest club in London, but historically and from history-wise, they always nag about that they have better history than us. They have been there and gone through a rebuild. We need to accept as well. I know Chelsea has been around for 20 years now, at the top of it. Liverpool were as well at one point. Arsenal has been there, were there at one point. Now this is Chelsea's time to accept that we probably need are gonna accept that are gonna be out of the top four and are gonna be maybe some seasons outside of Europe to rebuild our team.
Unless we win the Champions League.
Brother, listen. Alfred, before you finish, sorry to cut you off. I understand what you guys are saying. Believe me, the mindset, the project, it's going to take time. We've got to give the manager time. We need a couple years with this manager to get what he wants. I get that. But no matter how bad this team is, it can't be worse than what Liverpool and Arsenal had. I'm sorry, I can't accept that. We've been around, people. Arsenal just have been shit. Arsenal have always been shit. Liverpool have always been... Since we've been born, since we've been watching, since the Invincibles, they've not been around. They've never been... They might have led the title for 10 games, I think 2013, 11 games. And then what happened? Man City, Liverpool, Chelsea took over.
Let's be honest, Sadiq. Man City are going to suffer the same effect as us once Pep is gone.
I don't think so.
Pep has made them who they are. Whoever comes in is going to have to do some things for them, and they might not like it. Once Pep's gone, then I'm not saying they're going to go out of the top four, but I feel like they're not going to be winning leagues that much.
They were winning leagues before Pep came.
Yeah,
Jimmer. Also, I think the team that's gonna be affected worse than that, Liverpool. Liverpool are gonna be affected harder than if Pep leaves City, than when Klopp leaves Liverpool. Because yes, Pep has made City who they are, but Klopp, in my opinion, has had more stample and made Liverpool to what they are now more than Pep has done with City. Because don't forget, City was actually winning. Had won 2 titles before Pep came in. Liverpool hadn't won a title in 30 years before Klopp came in.
I'll agree to that. It's just all I'm just gonna say is every team's gonna have this kind of effect. We've got it. Every club.
Look at it. One that is suffering has been suffering about it for almost 10 years now is United and Sir Alex Ferguson. They haven't been back and won a title in 10 years now. And they're still not going to win in probably 2 to 3 years because Ten Hag needs to make his system with his players. Like, I don't think Fred is going to stay, McTominay is not going to stay, Maguire is not going to stay, Varane is not going to stay for long because he's soon 30, he's injury prone. He's going to sell, I think he needs to sell at least up to 15 or more players from the United squad to get them to where they want to be. It's going to take time. And
so how did Leicester win the league? I don't say it's a fluke. Don't say it's a fluke.
How are they not in the top 4 constantly then?
How did Leicester win the league? How did Leicester win the league?
Because every other team that year was marginally worse and had worse form and was playing worse.
Even if they're worse, how did Leicester win the league over 38 games that Tottenham bottle it every year?
That's a Spursy moment, let's be honest.
It is Spursy moment, but listen, I watched Leicester that season. I really watched Leicester.
They were just playing better. Their players was more inspired because they stayed and now they got Ranieri and stuff. They were inspired to do something. And when they started to go on the run, of course their inspiration kept growing because...
So where's that? Where's those games for Chelsea? Where is 2 or 3 wins in a row? Where are the wins? Where's the confidence? I don't see fuck all.
It has to start.
That's because
it has to start somewhere.
Leicester played almost with the same team for 38 games. The team did Mourinho under...
I think they're going to get relegated the season before, I'm sure they're going to get relegated the season before.
14-15, Mourinho played with almost the same entire team. 16-17, almost the entire team played the Premier League. We had because we didn't have Europe, so because they have the same team that played almost same with Liverpool, same with City. They have a core of key players that play majority of their teams of games. Chelsea now, we have rotated the team 22 times this season already. The most of any other Premier League team. Of course, we're not going to get the results and the inspiration stuff because we don't have the chemistry that we need to yes, the players
Chemistry.
yeah, the
Chemistry.
Yeah,
because they don't play together for games after games. The same core of players aren't sticking together and playing the majority of the games.
Sindri, this is not FIFA. This is football.
I know.
You can win 1-0. You can win 1-0. You can have a tapping merchant Mourinho defensive mascots if you really want to. This is not FIFA where everyone has to have 99 chemistry. It doesn't need to be like that.
Like I'm not quoting FIFA here. I'm looking at other title-winning teams from past seasons who has been playing the most games. The same players have. They are not rotating every single game. Most of them have played Champions League and Premier League competitions in the same week and not rotated as much.
I agree to an extent what he has been saying, because personally, I don't mind rotating maybe two or three players from the next week because if they look exhausted or tired. I understand that. But
or in danger for injuries.
Yeah, or injuries. But you can't continuously rotating, changing this formation, changing the players. It's not going to help.
Because then the players they will not understand how they're going to play and what the tactics are. Look when we played under Tuchel in the Champions League, almost the same players every single game in the Champions League and in the league as well when he first came in. He didn't start changing around the formation or system. He kept with a 3-4-3 with the same backline and defense, same midfield. And same
you're not understanding what I'm saying. I get it. You need years and years with a certain team and the first 11 that shouldn't be changed as much. I get all that. But surely a Premier League professional club can be able to play bad and still win games like we saw under Tuchel. Still win games and build something eventually. There is no way Chelsea Football Club just have to go through a rebuild. Okay, cool. We're going to be so bad for a few seasons. But surely you can wake up to a couple of weekends and be like, they're going to win these 2 games at least.
Manchester United, right, in a few of their league title runs, and that they eventually won, actually played quite shit in a lot of games.
Mm.
You know, if you remember all the shit that they got away with at times, you know, with
time.
Last minute goals and all that sort of thing. But you know that's what Sadiq is saying. You know, we gotta at least do that. And we're more capable of doing that.
Something.
You can't say we actually have a bad squad of players.
Exactly.
We do not have a bad squad. We got a fucking good squad.
Exactly.
For whatever reason.
Let me finish.
Something's just not connecting. You know, something's missing, and I hope to God, man, when we come.
But Alfred, even if he doesn't connect, they should be able to win 1 or 2 games in a row. Because when you watch Chelsea, we're getting slapped every game.
Yeah, and that's why I'm hoping. That's what I was just about to say.
This World Cup.
Our next couple of games, when we come back, I'm pretty sure we got. Is it Bournemouth at home first?
We have to win these games.
And then Nottingham City away.
I'm not saying 3-0. I'm not saying 3-0 or 2-0 whatever. I'm just saying just get a win.
That's it. I don't give a shit how you win. Just put on at least show like you want to play for the badge.
Exactly.
Performance. Get a 1-0 win if that's all you can get. That's fine. But we can't fuck around anymore with the teams that are above us and you know playing a lot better than us and actually getting points. We can't afford to win anymore these games. We have to start winning, and I'm hoping that.
Yeah, I get what you're saying, Alfred. I get what you're saying, and in Sadiq, I do get what you're saying. Winning a couple of games, or maybe win 1 or 2 games. Yes, I want to see that. But this is also the thing when, if you look at obviously this is the thing about the Newcastle Chelsea game. Like all sorts ever since Paul's been in charge. He's been changing things and changing players to try and make it work. So far, every time he's tried, before the injuries of like Reece James and all that, before that it was working pretty well, or we were just getting lucky. Let's be honest. But when But when Reece James got injured, and maybe we won 1 or 2 games that we should have probably maybe draw or loss, I will say. Things just started to fail. Things started to go down, the quality and everything.
Yeah,
This
but
is
the thing
Potter's
is, I agree
tried.
with you.
He's trying. This is the thing. Potter is trying everything he can.
Yeah.
He's trying everything he
Oh,
can. This isn't him. It's the players. Most people are blaming the
yes.
manager, but it's the
Yes.
players. The players are not kicking
Yes.
their asses in gear to freaking play for the manager. Potter's a good manager. Look what he's done with all such lower ranked teams. Like a Swedish team in the Europa League. I think it was like quarterfinals or semi-finals in the Europa League.
Yes.
Think about a club like Chelsea if these players started playing for him. All I'm saying.
He got them from the 4th division into the Europa League, really good Europa League run.
I'm glad you see this unlimited dreamer, because that's what I think as well. You know, you go, he comes in 10 games undefeated in his first 10 games, I think it was, something
I think
like
it was,
that. Right?
And don't
And
forget,
that is,
sorry, Slick. No, sorry, Alfred, you can finish.
that's okay. I'm pretty much finished. I was just
Yeah.
going to say, and then we start getting fucking destroyed by every team we play. That's not a Potter thing. That's the players constantly dispossessed, can't keep the ball, fucking jogging or walking instead of running like lazy pricks.
Yeah, like
Like
even under Tuchel, the signs were there.
Yeah, and and also to add to that, what Alfred is saying, we don't create anything when we're attacking. Like it's always passing around. We don't try any risky passes or try through balls or try to thread the ball between defenders and stuff. We're not taking players on so that we have better space and better time to create something. Yeah, and don't forget, Potter. We were last place in Champions League group, and people, I think some Chelsea fans were actually doubting Potter to turn the Champions League group around, because he has experience in Europa League, but he's never managed in Champions League. What does it go and do? I think he wins all 3, or
He wins the whole group. He
yeah,
wins the group.
all 3 of the remaining games. He beats AC Milan twice.
I went to that game.
It's an impressive feat for him to not have played in, I guess, in the Champions League or managed in the Champions League before. So of course we need to just let Potter. Of course, I'm saying like we should stick with a core and he should find a core of players. But when our best players is as someone who's a little bit of injury prone and needs to be preserved better in Reece James, we have a 38-year-old center back who can't play every single game. Kepa was having a really good form since his 18-19 under Sarri days, when he was performing pretty decently. And Kante being injury prone as hell for the last 4 years. So of course,
yeah. Sorry. You go on. Sorry.
no, I was going to say, of course, this is more of the players than the manager, and of course, he's experimenting and rotating a lot because he needs to figure out what is our best squad, who can he play with for a majority of the games, and when we get injuries as much as we do now, that is hard for him. That's why he's also rotating, like Fofana injuries. Correa playing out of position as left centre back. Of course, he's been playing there before under Potter, but it's not his preferred position. He wasn't playing majority of his game at that left centre back position. I think that was majority Dan Burn. When Dan Burn left in January, Correa deputized more of there. When I think it's Webster or one of the other centre backs were injured, so that's why Correa was playing there. Of course, Correa prefers to play at the left back or left centre back position.
Yeah, this is where I'm gonna say about Potter. I'm saying yes. We should not bring down our expectations for the club. That's the thing I would say, but we need to see the reality of it though. Our expectations are where we would love to be, where we want to be, what we want to do, what we want to win. But the reality of it is, since Tuchel, the signs were showing it once we won that Champions League and that second season under Tuchel. The signs were showing that this team was, they just pushed through to win that Champions League. And I was proud of them. But once we won that Champions League, it basically glittered all away the mistakes that this team could make. And it was under Tuchel until he got sacked, but obviously that was other reasons, not because of performances. But under Potter, still happening. We need to let him get a couple of his own and see if that changes anything. We need to give him some time to get his own players and get him, hopefully, these players start to believe in his ways.
And his philosophy.
Yeah, in his philosophy.
Yeah. And
So what's his philosophy? What's his philosophy?
He is a bit more. He does really well with, I think he's more of attacking-minded manager. He is. When I've looked at Brighton,
he likes to develop younger players and give them chances as well. Like
Mason Mount.
Mount isn't that young anymore. Yeah, he's 23.
Amari Hutchinson and Lewis Hall, I'll say that is more of young.
Yeah.
Mason Mount, he came in with Lampard. He's a Lampard promotion graduate. I'll say that.
Yeah, same with Reece James and stuff like that. I know Reece James just turned 23, but they're getting older. We can't class them as young anymore. Like they're young for how good they are.
They're
but
basically
they
seniors in the team.
Yeah, they're starting to become seniors who play over 150 appearances for Chelsea and stuff, or 100 appearances. So they have played a lot of games. So Hutchinson and Lewis Hall is someone I would like to see. I would like to see Lewis Hall in the midfield because we need a midfielder, and I think he could actually perform there. Hutchinson should play more, or should, in my opinion, come in for that Bournemouth game because he's been impressed. He has impressing Potter, and I think it would be a good chance to give him that because we're playing Bournemouth, then Man City in the FA Cup, then Man City again in the League Cup. In the league, so that's the best opportunity because, of course, I don't think Ziyech would probably still need a little bit of rest. Same with Kovacic, because they've gotten back from the World Cup.
Kante still got a while to get back from injury, let's be honest, and he's probably going to leave on a free, let's be honest. But what I'm saying is to Kante is thank you for your service, and hope you do well in your other club, wherever you go.
Wow.
Well, this is the thing. He's injury prone, Sadiq.
Wow.
Kante, in my opinion, he can be classed as a Chelsea. Like he should be.
Yeah.
He's a Chelsea legend, in my opinion. From what he's done in such short time as well for Chelsea. And
he's still a good experienced player to have around.
But it's the same with Jorginho, in my opinion. If you're winning the game and you need someone to, like, say, control the game from midfield, and I know he can be shaky and risky sometimes. He is the best player to do that. Jorginho, he slows the ball down and lets us keep the ball. I know it doesn't always work out, but in some games when we're winning, that's what we need, because if we then try to play too risky and quick pace football, the likely chance of us conceding is higher. And Kante should be, at least if we give him a new contract, it should be 1 to 2 year contract, not a 2 to 3 year, because he should then be he should, in my opinion, take a pay cut and be classed as a rotational player now. Like, of course he's amazing, but if he gets fit, he needs to be protected. He needs to have know that he can play a game, then rest a game, then play a game, so he recovers and get the restitution or the rest he needs for it.
Yeah, like when you said about protection, like this is from quite a while ago, and this manager was correct. Mourinho about Hazard. Look at him now. He wasn't protected as much. Hazard. He wasn't protected. He kept getting injured. Well, not injured. He kept getting hit and hit and hit when he was with us. And then once he got to Real Madrid, he broke down.
Yeah, and to be fair, that's also. I think that's also one. I think that also has to do with the type of player he is. Like, he's not as serious in training. He doesn't. I don't think he exercises much in the gym, and in the end, that took a toll on his body. And I think it broke. I think he also broke it down a little bit because he didn't he didn't think about the resting and what he should eat and stuff. You can see that when he got back from the World Cup in 2018, he gained a lot of pounds and weight.
I'm surprised none of you lot mentioned the physios at Madrid because Gareth Bale went through the same.
Yeah, that's also true.
It's also the people over there as well. I don't think it's just. I do agree. He didn't look after himself. Definitely, you're right. But I think the physios played a huge part.
Yeah, I think that's also a good point. I think it's a combination of the physio and
that sounds better, Sanjay. That sounds better. Combination. That's the key word.
Yeah, I think that's also kind of the same with Ronaldo as well, because yes, he has been as affected by injuries, but he had a really big knee injury in 2014, which affected him. That changed. It changed his playing style completely.
No, that wasn't even public that much. When it happened, it wasn't that public in terms of his injury.
Like I think he played through the World Cup and the Champions League final with that knee injury.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna quick. Sorry.
Yeah, go on.
Sorry, I interrupted you. Now you.
No, go on.
Yeah. Sorry, I thought you was gonna finish, and then I was gonna say something about.
I was just gonna say, I think that injury is also particularly kind of his fault as well. That not that the injury part, but that he wanted to play those things, of course, because it's a World Cup. You don't get that many World Cups. Like, he would then have only played 4 World Cups because he had to sit this one out, and of course a Champions League final, which he was the biggest contribution in that final in 13-14 when they played Atletico, but he scored the winning penalty.
Yeah, now, sorry if I'm just gonna change it a little bit, the subject, but this is the thing I'm gonna mention about Fofana now. If he gets a chance at the team, he can't do worse than what freaking Havertz, Aubameyang has done. Broge is injured, so really we couldn't really assess because he hasn't been given that much of a chance in the starting lineup.
He scored 1 goal.
Yeah, he scored 1 goal. Yeah, but he just haven't been given that many chances, Broja. So if David Datro Fofana, if he's been given a chance and starts scoring goals, he could also learn from Aubameyang as well at one point. Aubameyang's been a clinical striker, and he is pretty experienced.
Well, we could actually have somebody up there that gives a fuck. And
like Fofana, he says he loves Drogba and he loves Chelsea, and it's gotten in his heart. If he has,
but it reminds me of Lukaku.
Yeah, well, I'll start off with Lukaku. All I'm gonna say is, if he does mean that, give him the chance, let him prove it. Like, Lukaku screwed up because of the interview.
Well, Lukaku said the exact same thing as what this guy said.
Yeah, but the difference is, if he joins, I don't think it will be as stupid as Lukaku and take that interview.
I think he's learned from what Lukaku did. Yeah, I don't think he will do something that stupid. Plus, he isn't in the Italian league. He hasn't been in, and he hasn't got any ties with the media there.
Yeah.
Lukaku's winning the Golden Boot next year anyway. Relax.
Chelsea.
Well, let's be honest here. He can't do worse than what we've got now. Let's be honest.
Yeah, it's true. It's very, very true.
Listen, this might be an unpopular opinion, right? But he comes back. He's our player, right? I'm gonna back him.
Well, Lukaku.
I think Lukaku is gonna be sold. Lukaku.
Yo, how do you look at yourself in the mirror?
If he comes back, he's a Chelsea player. And as long as he's here, I will back him, because what's the point if Potter plays him, right? If he stays and plays regularly, what good is it going to do, Sadiq, if the whole...
I knew you hated Tuchel. I knew you hated Tuchel. You hate Tuchel. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it.
But
You hate Tuchel. I knew it.
Sadiq, tell me, what is the point of the whole stadium constantly booing him every week?
We don't want him in the colours again.
Did you not? This
Huh?
is the thing. This is the thing, Alfred.
We don't
What
want him
he
wearing the
said-
badge
What
ever.
he said in the media.
Like,
And is
it
that
is, right?
this? Is that this?
I'm not saying I want him to come back, but he might. And if he does, what's the point of booing him all the fucking time?
I won't boo.
I want to boo him all the time. I want to boo him all the time. I said it already. I don't care if he scores 30 goals in the season. I don't care.
You can't live with hate in your heart, bro.
I don't hate him. I dislike him.
Well, no,
I dislike him.
Alfred. This is the thing. We're gonna be made fun of if we let Lukaku
Exactly.
come back and play. We're gonna be made fun of. We're gonna be
Come
mad
on.
about a guy that disrespected our club and disrespected the meaning of the name Chelsea. If he loved Chelsea, he wouldn't have done what he did.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah,
I agree.
I know there's a difference between the two of them, but another one that did a kind of controversy interview, Cristiano Ronaldo. What happened to him? Contract terminated. Like
Exactly.
3 weeks after the contract. Of course, he only went for like 10 million to United and bagged 18 goals for them, but it still doesn't justify that Lukaku can have interview, then go out on loan, and then come back. I kind of agree with Sadiq. I'm not hating Lukaku, but like, I agree with that. We will be laughing stock from all the other big teams in the Premier League if we
Hey,
let.
if he does
It's like you're going to be wearing a United top.
and if he
Well,
does
no,
well, and
Alfred,
scores
this
goals
is
all the time,
either
who's going to
way.
be laughing then? Who's
Either
going to be
way,
laughing then
even if
he
he
starts performing
does well, even if he does well, we're still gonna be
Yeah.
made fun of because we're bringing back a player that we really hate, and we freaking and what he said to us.
Unlimited dreamer. I don't give a fuck if the man is scoring a hat trick every game. I'll take a bit of fucking
He isn't for the
laughter
Prem.
from other clubs.
He can't cope in the Prem. We've seen it
And don't
before.
forget, he's getting more injury prone as well. He's getting more injuries in Italy as well. Like, and he can't get past a 36-year-old Edin Dzeko in the Inter lineup at the moment. Like, the Inzaghi prefers Dzeko and Lautaro Martinez to Lukaku.
Especially actually in the World Cup. What team did he play where he hit the post crossbar and missed so many open chances for Belgium?
Hey, listen. Again, I want to clarify. I'm not saying I want this to happen. Sadiq knows who I want. Yeah. Sadiq,
I think
who do I want at Chelsea?
You don't want
Cavani.
the free agent.
Right.
You don't want the free agent 37-year-old Cristiano Ronaldo, do you?
No. I made a joke about I made reference to the Cavani jokes.
Yeah. I get it as well. Like, he's doing his bits in the La Liga, so we're gonna let him be.
Listen, I'll keep on saying. I'll say this till I die. If we would have brought him in, I honestly think he would have been better than Aubameyang, and he would have done better than Lukaku. He would have actually been a decent player for us. But
Aubameyang was a Tuchel signing, really. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Let's not forget though, Aubameyang, this season is not over yet. He's still got plenty of time to.
He can start buying goals, but we need to create more chances for him. That's the problem. He in my opinion, he doesn't get enough chances in front of goal to get.
Sorry. Yeah.
No, yeah, I agree with that. That we like our midfield doesn't create anything because we don't have a creative midfielder. Like we will rarely see, and he has at least improved from it from recent season. Jorginho's long balls and stuff. We see them sometimes. Kovacic has also improved on the attacking through balls as well, or attacking passes. But those two don't create anything. Our last on the Tuchel, our most creative players were our wing backs. What happened? They got injured. We started playing worse and didn't score as many goals. It's the same this season. Like our most creative players are our wing backs. And when Reece James is injured, we don't have any creativity on that right hand side. So the opposition team knows that they can overload their right-hand side, so we don't create anything on the left-hand side, which makes our right-hand side the place we should attack on. But then there's no creativity there, and therefore we don't score goals.
This is why, mostly, for us, we need to get a rebuild for every... except, but I'm not going to lie, goalkeeper could be last, let's be honest. That could be the last thing, because Kepa can do a job. He can do a job as long as he's got the right protective defense of him. It's just like, obviously, Thiago Silva's going to be gone after the season, because he's getting to that age. And hopefully we're going to be getting Gavadio. That's a defensive improved.
Yeah,
Did you see what happened to him against Messi?
Yeah, but
Yeah.
the only thing I didn't like that we should have gotten Guardiola before the World Cup, because his price has been skyrocketing after the World Cup.
Well, yeah, we gave
Guardiola.
RB Leipzig. We gave RB Leipzig. I think it's 80 million quid or 80 million euros for Gavadio, and they declined.
Yeah, that's because they have 120. He's 120 million release clause they want to get activated.
Yeah. No, that's not gonna be met. Let's be honest. And Kuka had a really...
the rumors that Man City are gonna activate it, but then it's Man
Nice.
City.
I'm so sorry to cut everyone off. I actually do need to go. I was on the phone quickly. Apologies for cutting everyone off. But listen, Unlimited Dreamer. Yeah, go on quickly. Go on.
Sorry. It was just that the part where Lukaku hit the post 3 times and stuff, that was against Croatia in the last game of the World Cup.
That's just bad luck, man. That's just
That's deep. That was actually deep.
That's yes, it's unlucky, but he missed a half open goal. He hit the post 3 times and missed an open header. You should.
He did it on purpose. He did it on purpose.
If he is a prolific striker in the box, he should be scoring those.
He should have at least scored one of them.
At least.
Yeah.
And that will put Belgium through as well.
You're saving them for Chelsea, that's what.
All right, listen. We're gonna end it there, man. I'm gonna end it there, man. That's it. We're gonna end it there. That's like the worst finale to hear, man. Listen. Big up everyone that stayed Alfred, man. Big up all the people in the comments. Like the video as always. Unlimited Dreamer, thanks for coming on. Sindre, thanks for
always a pleasure.
Alfred always consistent, man. And big up everyone.
Hope everyone enjoyed the stream today. It was a little bit of spicy one today.
Spice one, yeah. It was a bit spicy.
And
take care, man.
Don't forget to like and subscribe, and it will be really appreciated. And take care, guys.
Take care, Thanks for tuning in. Peace.
Thank you.